Alright, well, it's into game 2, Candle versus Red on GSL Crossfire. And, yes, prediction for this game, Macro Zerg. Full-on Macro Zerg.
Yeah, look, this is not a fantastic map for Zerg. A lot of restrictions in between this map. But then again, Red is a pretty good player. He can, he's got some skill. So let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah, this map choice must have been from Candle's side, because you can only really grab your natural expansion fairly easy from Zerg, as the other expansions are fairly far away from your main. So, like you said, not going to really favor Zerg that easily. We are 1-0, and we are lagging somewhat. I don't know who's lagging here, but we are lagging somewhat.
Yeah, we got a bit of lag, yeah. Well, I think Candle's got to take this very cautiously, because if he loses here, I mean, he's completely out of the tournament. So I don't see much aggression from Candle. Maybe if he does decide to go aggression, he must. Well, he's got to do it right this time.
No, I agreed, Frosty. I agreed. That's the only real answer that you have against a fast expanding Zerg, is to be aggressive instead. Either that, or get your expansion up and defend his push. I don't really know any other way to play against that kind of style of Zerg.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. I mean, let's see what Candle does. He's got the gateway going up now. Red still droning up. I can tell you exactly. He's probably going to go with the 14 hedge, 16 pool again. And let's wait and see.
Yeah, well, we only really need about 10 more seconds, because usually in the last games previous, he was getting that. There we go. Well called. 2 minutes 20. That hatch, 14 hatch, 16 pool, as you saw it.
Yeah, I reckon 16 pool is going to come up very soon. And yeah, well, right now, players are still settling into the game. Nerves are still high. Well, probably nerves are still much higher for Candle at this stage, because he's one down. Red, a bit more comfortable, you know, so if he does lose his one, he's still got another chance to get it back.
Yes, no, well, definitely Red having the psychological advantage at this point in time. And but Candle is he's a character. HK is actually slowing down the game.
HK, that noob.
Oh, HK, we love you, man. Red wants a pizza.
I have pizza.
Oh, Candle. Candle with that huge mouth of his. No, I love this banter. I love this banter.
We got double gas on for Candle. Like maybe we're going to see some Century play over here. An expo up for Red, transferring drones now. It's taking about 7 of them.
Yeah, I see Candle's opening more or less the same way as he did before the gateway cybernetics core. Knowing that there's a fast expand, I don't know why he's doing the same thing. I mean, this is definitely the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the different result. I mean, he must have learned something from the first game, but maybe, I don't know, maybe he's going to delay his attack. I don't know, or get an early expand, but...
Yeah, I must be honest with you, I was expecting more the fast forward expand from him, but let's see what he does. I mean, maybe, are we looking at a 4-way possibly? No, we're not. We're getting a Twilight Council, very interesting. Some Link Stalkers and possibly Zealot speed upgrade, so let's see what happens there.
Yeah, perhaps we will. It is a slightly different strategy from Candle this time, and he is getting that warp gate. He's chronoing it out currently, and at this point in time, we only have that sentry and that zealot on the field. 2 sentries rather. Let's open up that army tab at the moment. Fairly even. I'd see the Red is a bit supply blocked though.
Yeah, I know Red does have the worker advantage again, but only by a slight minority. And Candle, well, I'm not sure what he's doing here. I mean, he's got 3 gates up with a Twilight Council and a Cybernetics core, so a very strange build. I must say.
No, I agree. But Red doing exactly the same build opening as he did previously. The only difference with this style of play is that the third is going to be a little bit more difficult to grab and defend. But that shouldn't propose too much of a problem because Red is generally ahead on once Candle has tried to be aggressive. But I do like this. This is exactly the kind of play that we were talking about in Game 1. We wanted to see that 7-minute expansion, and this is exactly what we want Candle to do.
Yeah, this is looking good from Candle. I think Candle says, I don't know if he scouted this big wall of crawl over here. We got
wall of crawl.
We got 4 spines up here, and it seems like Red is just playing the same style again. He's putting up those spine crawlers and defending with the speedlings and getting roaches out just a tad bit later. But this is good from Candle. I like this. He's getting the expansion up, and we can possibly see a macro game. Yeah, I think Candle's going to take it a bit more cautiously now. I
would like to, however, see a few stalkers come out on the field, because what you really want to do is use your sentries to block off the Zerg and shoot from a range with your stalkers. That's basically how I read it. That's what I would like to see.
So you've got a scout here from Red. 6 o'clock position, and he's probably just trying to find out what is Candle doing. I mean, he's going with a Templar archive already.
Yeah, so we will probably see some high Templar coming out on the field. So he is getting that Templar archives. So perhaps he's going to use the high Templars with the and just storm the bio units of the Zerg, which is really a much smarter thing to do. I really do prefer this play from Candle. This is going to, in the long run, be a lot better from him. So I predict a very long macro game. That's what I think.
Yeah, and right now we can see that Red is coming up with a third already. And it's only damn 10 minutes. I mean, Red a very cocky player as well. Candle also quite a cocky player, but I mean, Red is getting that third up already. It's only 10 minutes, which is maybe not a bad idea, because Candle is macroing up with the second base over here.
Yes.
And, seems like what Candle is going to do is he's going to go with his good old Zealot Sentry and High Templar for the use against Gummy in FCGL, and he won it. Maybe this will work for him.
No, I agree. However, that third is going to be a bit difficult to reinforce, being so far away from your main. But he has got that creep spread. He's really good at creep spreading, and he's also been known to use his overlords to spread that creep highway. So he should have no trouble in linking these up fairly quickly. But we do have that observer coming out, so Candle should spot that third. So I like the scouting timing from Candle. It's really well done.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and this is something we haven't seen from Red before. He's bringing up a Spire.
That is yeah. So maybe we'll see some Mutas or Broods coming on. Maybe he's expecting a long macro game, and perhaps he's just going to go for the Brood Lords or Corruptors. I'm not entirely sure, but at the moment we can't say. It's only the normal Spire. It's not a greater Spire, so we are on that tier 2 tech at this point in time for the Zerg.
So you also see Candle has got his High Templars out.
Yes.
And I think that's a perfect response from Red, getting that Spire out and possibly getting the Broods out just at a bit of a later stage.
We do see the double forge for the Protoss to do the researches much quicker. So he's going to be pumping out those upgrades on those units and trying to force a long macro game. So this is more the kind of style of Protoss that I'd like to see from Candle. So
right
yeah.
Now as well, we've got some mutas here out at Candle's worker line, and that's going to be devastating.
Yes, yeah. There's
sniping off a couple of things over here. Maybe he actually just got that Spire just to harass a bit or do something along those lines.
Yeah.
This is fantastic play. He's got the speedings coming in the other side now. He's got the mutas harassing on one side. And this could be bad for Candle.
No, agreed. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of stalkers to deal with it, but he does have a couple of sentries, which certainly does help. So
these things are having a festival here. They just took out. Let's have a look at the
let's have a look at the units last tab.
Oh, workers killed. Red has
workers
just killed
killed.
23 workers of Candle, and this is real bad news for Candle. I reckon Candle has got to take out this expansion on the left-hand side just to slow Red down a bit. But and we got
Oh,
a
we got a
GG.
GG already.
GG.
GG.
Can you
That was
believe it?
unexpected.
Fantastic game. Double arrest on both sides of the middle line.
Fantastic. Match to SC Red.
Yeah, very well. 2-0 to him.
Well done.
I think Candle had a right idea there in that game. It's just one mistake of me that lost in the game.
Well, that severe loss of workers really sealed the nail in the coffin over there, Frost.
Yeah, no, definitely.